Word of mouth ain't a strategy, it's just hope with no plan. That's why you're not getting very many new customers this summer. And that's why you're going to be slow this fall. And that's why next spring, you're going to wonder if you should just shut it down altogether, maybe go get a job again. And the crazy part is you're probably just one Google update away from being flooded. You just don't know what the hell to do. Well, that's where we come in. We're currently taking an HVAC business from zero to hero on Google. We're doing it right here on YouTube. We're showing you the exact steps, the tricks, the tips, everything that we use for our paying clients. And we're giving it to you all for free. The problem is, though, most of you still won't do a damn thing about it. You'll scroll, you'll whine, you'll blame the weather or politics. But if you're finally done with that cycle, hit subscribe and follow along. It may just change your life. All right, today's episode is an extremely important one. All right, so we are on episode 3 now. So first off, we covered we're continually uploading images to our Google business profile as we go. So as we go on service calls, we're taking images. We're having the business actually upload images directly from the service call now. But we're going to continue to try to get images and videos uploaded daily. And then we also went into Google Gemini. Maybe you went into ChatGPT, but we went into Google Gemini and we found our industry keywords. We also went in and dove in and kind of found some of our location ideas. And today we're going to actually dig in a little bit deeper into those locations, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a little bit. Also, last time we started posting questions to our Google business profile, and we have done that also on a consistent basis, just like we have for the photos. All this does is this just tells Google that we're highly active, so all of our information that is listed on our Google business profile should be highly accurate and is probably more accurate than those people that haven't touched their profile in months, right? So we're just going to continue to show consistency, and we're going to continue to just prove that we are an authority in the space as far as Google is concerned. So today we're going to expand on everything that we've done up until this point. Today might be the most important episode because if you don't do this part right, everything else is not near as powerful, no matter what else you do. And so without further ado, let's just jump right on in. And so we'll jump over here. As you can see, I already have the Google business profile for proactive heating and cooling pulled up. And as we can see on here, I'm going to go ahead and click in. As you can see, we have actually been uploading more images as we go. And so now we've got a decent amount of images, and he's not extremely busy at the current moment. And so because he is a relatively new business that's just starting up, the amount of pictures that we're able to upload is less than if you guys are already running and gunning. So, but I have him taking images of every single call that he goes on currently, and we will be uploading those actually from the job location. Here's a small little tip: is a lot of people they'll geotag their images. Now, Google does strip off these geotags, right? However, if your phone is physically in an address as you're uploading the image, Google does know exactly where you're at in the world when you uploaded said image. So if you upload an image right from the customer's driveway, and then the next time you upload it from the next customer's driveway, you're getting images uploaded to Google from all over your service area. This is one of those things that nobody talks about, but it can be beneficial. And you're you're already over there sitting at the condenser. You're already waiting for the refrigerant to stabilize. You're already waiting for the condenser coil to dry out, what have you. It takes 30 seconds. Snap a picture of the unit, upload it to Google, go back about your service call. Why not? Also, daily, we've been coming in here and we've been asking questions that relate to our industry keywords. We can basically stop that now because we have already asked all of our air conditioning questions that we need. We'll probably ask some more questions when we get to heating season because currently all we have are air conditioning questions. Okay. And so that leads us to where we have gotten to so far. And so now we're going to take it a little step further. We're going to go into our profile. We're going to set this up. What our entire goal here is to just fill this out as complete and fully as possible. Now, while doing this, all of the information within your profile that we put into your profile needs to be identical to the information all across the rest of the internet. And so while we're doing this, just verify, like for instance here, we have proactive heating and cooling. Is my Facebook business page called Proactive Heating and Cooling? Or maybe it's called Proactive Heating and Cooling LLC, in which case we need to drop the LLC off of Facebook. Don't drop it off your Google business profile because that will cause your profile to be suspended and you will have to re-verify. So change it on Facebook, change it on Yelp, change it on Better Business Bureau, change it on, Angie's List, Thumbtack, wherever you might be, wherever your business information is, make sure it is identical to what is on the Google business profile. Always identical to the business profile on Google. All right. So here we've got a HVAC contractor as our business category. Now, if you guys are HVAC businesses, you can just basically take what I'm going to show you in this video and just copy it exactly, right? Now, if you're a different kind of business, don't worry. I've got you as well. So what we're going to do is you're going to go to Google, type in GMB Everywhere, okay? And we're going to download a Google Chrome extension. This Google Chrome extension is free. It just adds it to Google, okay? So you'll come over here, you'll click Install Chrome extension. Once you have that installed, it will put this little G up in your extensions bar here, okay? We're going to use that. So when you click into this, it's going to automatically take you to Google Maps, right? And what we're going to want to do is you're going to search for a business like your business. This automatically populates as dentist nearby. Instead, we're going to go HVAC nearby. Now, it doesn't matter where this populates because the only thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to get our business categories, okay? We're trying to make sure that we have the same categories as everybody else and that we have the most categories that we can get for our business, right? So now the red stuff right here, this is what the GMB Everywhere is bringing us and giving us. This is showing what other businesses like yours, what categories they have listed on their Google business profile. And so you're going to want to come through here and every single one of them that you see that you don't have that apply to your business, you're going to want to add it. Okay. Now we don't want to go too overboard. If one of these categories is kind of borderline, just don't add it. Okay. So you're an HVAC business. We're going to need HVAC contractor. We're going to air conditioning contractor. We're going to need heating contractor. We're going to need furnace repair service. We're going to need air conditioning repair service. Okay. Bare minimum. I would put those. Now we can also go into duct cleaning service. We can also do air conditioning system supplier. We can do heating equipment supplier. Okay. So you can choose one primary category and you can choose 9 secondary categories. Now, I recommend you shoot for around the 5 range, but if you do a whole lot of stuff, like for instance, if you also change out water heaters, you'll want to put hot water system supplier in there, right? If you also, I can't think of anything else that you might do. But if you also do plumbing or electrical, you're going to want to put those in there. And so you'll want to actually come cut back on the HVAC terms because you can only put 9 secondaries. Okay. But we can go through here and we can check what all of our competitors actually have as their categories. What's their primary category? It's the one in the star. And what are their secondary categories? It is all these other ones. And so then we're going to go back over here. Like I said, I already know what our categories are, but that is just so you can figure it out for yourself if you were a different business. Now, here is one of the main things. So you're either going to want to rock HVAC contractor or you're going to want to switch this out seasonally. It kind of depends on the area. So if you're having trouble ranking, go ahead and switch this out and see what happens. Just give it 2 weeks, give it a month, see what happens. If your rankings go down, it seems like you're doing worse, then go ahead and switch it back. Okay. But most areas we actually do pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and switch him out. We do good with air conditioning contractor. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong one. So air conditioning contractor. And I'm going to put that because we're in the middle of summer right now. It is, well, we're not in the middle of it. It's almost the middle of summer. We're in June right now. It's getting freaking hot outside, and most people are searching for air conditioning services. And so we're also going to go in here and I'm going to put air conditioning repair service. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that HVAC contractor back on here. And then because we do it, we're going to do furnace repair service. And we're going to do heating contractor. Okay. Now, that's pretty much where I'm going to call it for this guy. But you could also come in here and I believe, there we go, air duct cleaning service is one of them that might work for you. We can do air condition. I'm actually going to go ahead and put air conditioning system supplier in there as well as heating equipment supplier. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and save that. Okay, once you hit save, like it says, the edit is pending. You can typically go right over here, hit the refresh button. Typically, those edits go ahead and set in. If they just stay pending for a while, you might not want to make too many more edits. This one, I'm not going to worry too much about. We're going to change the description again today, but I'm not going to worry about it yet because I just did that. Okay. All right. Just going to keep scrolling down here. If you don't have your opening date put on here, put your opening date. It's just more information to tell Google. It's hiding it. If you just started up hiding it, doesn't actually benefit you at all, but having your opening date on there can be highly beneficial for Google knowing, that your business is the right business, et cetera, et cetera. Now we get down here, we're going to check our phone number. So this is one of the items that we need to make sure is identical across the entire internet. Is your phone number the same across every part of the internet? Because if it's not, you need to adjust that. If it's not, you need to change that because your phone number needs to be consistent across everything. If you want to list another phone number, go ahead and list another phone number, but you need to go ahead and put this phone number there as well. So you would actually list 2 phone numbers, or you could come in here and you can add a second phone number, so a secondary phone number to your Google Business profile. And so your Google Business profile can still link that this is your business as well as this other one that you have placed somewhere else. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and go into the chat thing here. And This is a cell phone number, so I'm literally just going to copy and paste that. What this is people can text you directly from your Google Business profile, but it has to be a cell phone that can receive text messages and whatnot. Make sure that your website is accurate. This is another one of the important ones. Make sure your website is the same across all of your platforms. Okay. Go ahead and link in every single social profile. If you have a Facebook, an Instagram, a TikTok, a Pinterest, what have you, link it in here. It's just more stuff pointing back, showing that you are an authority in the space. Okay. And then we're going to go down here. So, business location. This means that you have an address for your business. If you do not have an address for your business, you're considered a service area business, meaning people do not come to you. They can't come to you. You just go to them. Now, I realize all of you HVAC guys are service area businesses. However, if you have an office location, uh, you should go ahead and list your address on Google because it does actually help your rankings a little bit. And it does give you that cool little pin drop right on Google that customers can see your exact location, which also helps get more customers into your doors. So if you can drop a pin, if you can have a business location, do. If you don't already have it on there, though, just to give you a heads up, you will have to re-verify your business because now you're trying to say that you do have a location where you didn't before. Not the end of the world. I have a video. I'll try to leave a link to it up here in the corner. So if you look up here in the corner, there should be a little bitty tag. Click into that. I'll take you to how to verify your business with a video. And that's what they're going to require. They're going to require you show that you have permanent signage at the location. They're going to want to make sure that you have access to the location before they let you have that pin. But moving on. All right. We're going to go ahead and skip over the service area because I'm going to take you outside of our profile to look at the service area. So we'll double back to that. Your business hours. If you are a new business, I highly recommend you set it up for 24 hours a day. Yes, you need to answer the phone 24 hours a day. But the thing is, when all these businesses that have been in business for 20 years, when they have on there that their business closes at 5, as soon as their business closes, if yours is still open, you immediately rank higher if somebody's running a search while that other business is closed. This is one of the main ways on how you get your foot in the door as a new unestablished business. This is how you start to gain traction on Google is you take the calls when nobody else is taking them and you rock those calls and Google will give you the calls when the other guys are finally open. And that's how you start to claw away at this, especially in a competitive market. Okay. All right. Now, special hours. We want to click into this. Now, when you click into this, it will show you all of the holidays, or you can even create your own specific date that your business is going to be closed. This is highly important. It doesn't seem like it's important, right? It's just a freaking date. It's just saying whether we're open or closed. But the thing is, literally just by clicking this review and then hitting save, we have just told Google for sure we are open on 4th of July. So other businesses, when they don't click into don't confirm their holiday hours, immediately it's going to place us higher because it knows we confirmed it, right? The other businesses did not confirm it. So even if they are open, they will be ranked lower than you. And this also goes for that consistency, working with your Google business profile, showing Google that the information that's on your profile is accurate. And so Google will rank you higher on non 4th of July days just because your information is consistent and accurate and up to date, where nobody else is keeping their shit up to date. It just is what it is. Nobody's keeping it up to date. All right, so go ahead and go through any of these. Most of this stuff is all applies to restaurants. Go ahead and click into from the business. If you identify as any of this stuff, we're going to go ahead and click, because this is one of the another indicator it's going to show on the profile. Go ahead, click into it's your LGBTQ friendly. I don't know if you might get a customer out of that, who knows, but just do it. All right, so planning. This is just we're filling this out fully. We're letting Google know that our business information is accurate. We've done everything. Okay. So if somebody wants to come to your business, or if they want you to come to, you obviously need an appointment, right? Okay. So appointment required. Do you offer online estimates? Well, I have a website that people can put in their information and stuff. So yes, go down through here. Do you speak any of these other languages? If you do, click yes. Okay. You've got Spanish speakers, click yes. That will dramatically, the Spanish speaking ones will dramatically help you, especially in these like dense Hispanic areas. Like you've got California, you've got Texas, et cetera, et cetera. If you put that your business has the ability to speak Spanish, you're just going to dramatically rank higher for all the Spanish speaking searches that happen, because nobody's putting Spanish, right? So if you speak Spanish, put it on there. Okay. All right. Now we've pretty much filled out most of this, right? Okay. So we're going to redo our description again today. But first, we're going to nail in our service area. So we already have a general idea of our service area. So as you can see, what happens is it puts this circle out there. Okay. And that's all good and fun. It's cool. Let's go ahead. We're going to run a search. We're going to go over into this dude's neck of the woods. And we're going to see, kind of like I told you before. So his area is not quite as populated as some of your bigger cities might be, where you do it just slightly different. I mean, you do it the same. It's just you have more areas within an area than we're going to have. So we're going to go ahead and all right. So we're going to go ahead and open this up in Maps, and here's what we're going to do. So if you zoom in, like I'd showed you before on the previous video, we are shooting for smaller areas. Okay. So we've already hit Claremore. This is going to be difficult with one screen. So we've already hit Claremore, Oklahoma. We've hit Enola, Owasso, Justice. That was the one right here next to it. We'll look for any of these small areas here. Okay. We need Oolaga up there. Surely there's a small area by the lake. Let me try to just put in Claremore Lake. Sometimes it'll accept them. No. So you're going to try to hit all these little small areas. And that's where you would put, let me zoom out. Dude, it's so slow. All right, Limestone Valley Park. What we got there? We got Limestone, we got Valley Park, no Valley Park. Valley Park, Oklahoma. Perfect. Limestone Valley Park. There's got to be some names in these. Catoosa. No names? Verdigris. Verdigris. So anyway, we just go around, and you want to go kind of a small area. We might actually reduce this guy's area. We'll see how we start ranking along, but we might end up reducing this guy's area because we want to tell Google that we're just like in that tight, just like small area, so that it knows if somebody's in this area, that's our baby. You know what I mean? All right, let's try foil and bushy head, and then we'll probably call this foil bushy head. All right, foil and old bushy head. All right, save. So now we've hit like every single small little area within our area. Okay. What you'll want to do if you're in a bigger area. All right. So if you're in one of these areas that's just huge and has a lot of people, a lot of population in it, you're going to want to hit smaller areas. So this is in Tulsa here. We're not going to hit Tulsa. We would hit, so say we're over here by St. Francis Hospital. Okay. We would go in there. We would type in Point South. We would type in Timberlane Hills. We would type in South Ridge Estate. And literally start putting all those in there. So like Menschel Park. We would go Menschel Park, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So you see it's got the name of the neighborhood plus Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're not putting Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're putting the neighborhood in Tulsa. Obviously, we're in Tulsa if we're in the neighborhood that's in Tulsa. So Burning Tree, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Woodland View Park, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shadow Mountain, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you understand what you need to be doing with your locations. If you don't understand, drop a comment and I'll try to help you out. Shoot me a text, whatever. Shoot me a DM. Hit me up on my website, whatever, what have you. You can find me in a million different places. If you have any issues with where your location should be, give me a shout, because it is highly important that your locations be proper. And we're not going freaking 100 miles out. Okay, we're talking like within 10-mile radius or so to 15 miles. It kind of depends. If you're out in the middle of freaking nowhere, maybe you go 20, 25 miles. If you're in the middle of Tulsa, maybe you go like 2 miles, right? So it's basically go out as far as you can until you can get, 10 or 15 cities or neighborhoods listed. Okay. But Google won't let you rank an hour away. So don't even freaking try. It's just wasting valuable real estate when it comes towards telling Google where and who you serve. All right. And that is going to wrap up this video. I hope you followed along. I hope you have completed all these steps, and I hope you completely understand what we're trying to accomplish here. The main goal is we're just trying to completely fill out all of Google, and we want to make sure that all of that information that's on Google is the exact same as everywhere else on the internet. And that just tells Google that all these other locations on the internet are actually belong to your business, and that just helps boost up your authority. And that's one of the major factors in getting your ranking where we need it to go. Make sure and subscribe, because we've still got a ton of videos that are coming out right after this one, where we're showing you the zero to hero with proactive heating and cooling, where we're taking their Google business profile from not even on Google to freaking dominating in his local market. And you can take your business right there along with us. Just follow step by step. Go back, check out the other videos if you haven't seen them yet. We're going to be building off of each other throughout this entire series. So if you miss a video, you're going to need to go back and watch it before you get to the next one. But next week, we'll see you again right here on YouTube, and we're going to continue to get exposure for this local HVAC business. And we're going to continue to show you exactly how you can do it for yourself. We'll see you next time.